Well, hey fans, welcome back to another movie review, and today we're talking about OBEX. So OBEX is a sci-fi film written, directed, and starring Albert Birney, and follows this guy named Connor Marsh. It's like the late 1980s, and he gets this brand new video game at the time that allows him to enter the video game in a way that's almost like virtual reality. And there's a whole backstory with like some cicadas who are like flying around his house, his missing memories of his mom before she passed. And one night, a creature from the game comes out of his TV set, kidnaps his dog, so he must go into the video game to save his dog. And this is a bare knuckle, bones deep indie type movie. Like, this is a really indie type movie. I don't know what the budget is, but it had to have been under $1 million. Considering that Albert Birney is the like writer, director, and the star, of course, like a couple of more people pop in, like his neighbor provides a voice, and then she appears as a character in the video game. You have the dog, you got the guy who plays the TV set, which I will get back to him. But not a lot of budget here, not a lot going on. See what you can make work. It is almost like a student film if you really took a chance to give it a try, which I like to give these indie movies a shot every now and then, depending on how big they are. It doesn't really matter to me. If it interests me, like the poster for this movie interested me. When I got the email, I said, that looked interesting. I want to watch it, even though I know it's not a bigger title. I like to do that from time to time. So in watching this, the whole beginning of how this movie is set up, I was out of it. I'm like, this is boring. I'm not really into how he's using black and white, which I'm fine with the movie being shot in black and white, but this being shot in black and white, I really didn't care for the opening to the story, the cicadas. None of it really was connecting for me. And his acting, I was like, it really seems like an indie movie. But where it really caught me, and I think this is the best section of the film, was the part that was set within the video game. Even though that was also done as cheap as you can get it. But the character named Victor, who's basically like a living TV set, his interaction with him, I thought that was a very intriguing part of the movie. In fact, if it was just some type of sci-fi, if he cut out more in the beginning and focused strictly on, hey, we're in this we're in this video game world, and we're going on this adventure. And if he just had like a hair bit of a more budget, I don't even know if he really, just a little bit more budget, this could have been like a sleeper hit in the indie world, because the journey of him and the TV guy, and you finding out like the TV was actually like his TV when he was a kid, and he doesn't remember much about his dad or like his mom. Like I said, I think that is where the heart of the story lies. And I really did enjoy that part. It comes to a wonky ending and it wraps itself up fine. But it really felt like it could have been better. Like I said, Albert Birney, fine actor. The guy that plays Victor, the girl that plays the neighbor / the shop owner. Like if you're playing a video game, you go to the shop, the person who gives you armor and potions and all that. That's who his neighbor plays in the game. And she actually points out, like, I have two shops. I have a shop here and I have a shop here. And she appears kind of like as a hologram, which shows that she can be wherever she wants. She's like a pixie in the game. I like that video game lore that they added, because I'm a big fan of video games. So like I said, that section of the movie, I really enjoyed. The framing device at the beginning and end, I don't know that I cared for that necessarily. I wish he had a bigger budget, but I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him that he got his movie made. And in fact, it was on like, they're putting out like a Blu-ray of it. So that's great. Like a movie normally like this would go straight to streaming and not like a Netflix or a HBO Max or anything. This would be on like Tubi or whatever another Shudder. It's not a horror movie, but you get what I'm saying. It would be on one of those smaller streaming services. But props to him for getting it made, for getting it done, and putting it out there for the world to see. I hope people give it a chance and enjoy it, and I hope he gets better with his directing as he moves forward in his career. Kind of like Chris Stuckman. He put his first feature out, wasn't really that great, but I'm glad he got the shot to try it. I feel the same for this guy. So in terms of a score, I'm going to give OBEX, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm going to give it a bad 4.3 out of 10. I just think it just felt like a college student made this film, and that if he had put a little more time and effort into the middle part of the story, you would have had a good average film. And yeah, those are my thoughts. But I mean, if you like indies, if you like these, smaller, not as well-known directors, to see what they put out, to see what ideas they're moving into the industry with, I recommend you check it out. On that note, otherwise, I don't know if this will be a film that you would enjoy. I want to thank you guys again for joining me for this movie movie review. Remember, you can find the full review on YouTube and the website, flipfrogllc.com/flicksfrog. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And please, pretty please, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.